Hello once again and welcome to biology class. Today we continue. We did an introductory class to transport system in the last episode. Today we're going to continue our study on the transport system. We're going to specifically look at the blood today on this episode. Of course, don't forget that these tutorials, these episodes, these videos are brought to you by the O3 Schools JAMB CBT practice application. And you are well aware that if you want to succeed in your JAMB and pass your JAMB exam at once, you need that app on your phone, on your device, either for Android or for laptops. The iOS is under development, and of course, it will soon be available. All right, so we'll talk about the app in a moment. Let us go to the O3 School JAMB app and take a question as it pertains to the blood. All right, this is a 2001 question, number 16, using the question search feature. It says here, has been displayed on your screen, it says the transportation of oxygen and carbon 4 oxide in mammals is carried out by A says phagocytes, B says leukocytes, C says erythrocytes, D says thrombocytes. Okay, so we'll come back to this question and many more from this application, this same JAMB application, at the end of the class and not before, because at O3 Schools, we believe in giving you value first. Let us teach you so that you know. And after you have known, answering questions will be the least of your problem. So please ensure that you download the O3 School JAMB app from Play Store or download it for your system, okay, with the link being displayed on your screen right now. And of course, join us because the app has all the past questions that you need for your exam under the practice for UTME. Okay, that's where all the JAMB past questions are on the application. Okay, and then of course, there's a classroom feature with JAMB syllabus. And of course, you can also create a study plan so that you can study. Okay, let's say you want to study for 3 months, okay, before your JAMB exam, 2 months before your JAMB exam, it will collapse all of your syllabus into that study plan, and if you follow it diligently, you are going to finish your JAMB syllabus. All right, then what's more also is that there's a question search feature where you can search for questions according to topics. Likewise, there's a mock challenge every Saturday by 10 a.m. In that mock challenge, all students come to the app to challenge themselves to win amazing prizes. Apart from winning amazing prizes, they get used to JAMB past questions, get used to JAMB likely exam questions. Of course, see and familiarize themselves with how JAMB set that question, and they will see their result released just like JAMB every Saturday. So after you have read and be reading, you'll be participating in mock every Saturday, and then that will help you to gauge your preparation for this examination. So please download the application and activate. Activation fee is not up to the price of rice and chicken in a modern day restaurant. So please do not be stingy. This is your future. All right. So if you say that it's too cost, it's too cheap, that is no problem. Please ensure you download the application and activate it. Okay. It's your success we're talking about. Nothing can quantify that. Let us see the transport system. So we did an introduction in the last episode, and of course we talked about what transport, and we said transport, even just like a human being like you, okay, if you want to move from a place to another place, you enter what? Transport. That moves you, okay, through a medium. Okay, you use a medium for transportation, and then you're able to go from one place to another. So also is transport, if we're talking about it here. So transport in general terms is what? Movement or moving from one place to what? Another through a medium. But when we come to biology, we say that transport is what? Movement of what? Of materials within a living organism. Okay? Movement of materials within a living organism. Okay, so this is what transport entails. The movement of what? Materials within a living what? Organism. That is what transport entails as you come to what? Biology. Now, but why do we even need transport? Okay, why is it important for transport systems to be in place in living organisms? That is what we want to talk about today. It's very important because, first of all, our cells need what? Digested what? Food for them to be able to function properly. Number one, the reason why we need transport, one, our cells need digested food. We did digestion, so you already know that our cells need digested food substances, okay, to function properly. Okay, so our cells need digested food substances to function properly. What's more, of course, another reason is that what our cells need what oxygen. Okay, they need oxygen from the lungs. Number two, our cells need oxygen, the one you call O2 arena, O2 from the what? From the lungs. Okay, and what is more, our cells need to also remove unwanted materials from the body. Okay, number three, our cells, okay, need to remove unwanted materials from the body. Okay, or away from the body. So these are the reasons why we need what? Why we need what transport systems in place in our body or in living what organisms. Okay, our cells need food. They need food. If you do not eat, you see that you'll be weak like were. Okay, you just lie down. Okay, and not be able to do anything. You need what? Energy from the food. Our cells need energy from digested food substances to be able to what? Function properly. Our cells also need oxygen, okay, from the lungs, okay, and then of course our cells remove unwanted. They need what? They need what? Transport system to be able to what? Remove unwanted materials, especially nitrogenous waste materials, away from the body. So these are the reasons why we need transport systems in place in our body. But then, what's more important now is what now carries these materials from one part of the body to the other. Okay, and what does this is usually with the aid of two systems. Number one is cardiovascular system. Number one, cardiovascular system, or the one we call the circulatory system. The circulatory system. All right, please take note of that. That cardiovascular system is also known. Another name for cardiovascular system is what? Circulatory system. Please take note of that. You can see how I'm taking this class very slowly because some people say I'm too fast. Some people say I'm too slow. Okay, so I want to be in the what? In the middle. Okay, all right. So this system, number one, cardiovascular system or the circulatory system, help in what? In this transport. Okay, so we're able to what? To transport materials from one part of our body to the other with the aid of what? The cardiovascular system or the circulatory system. Then number two, the second one is what? The lymphatic system. Lymphatic what? System. Okay, or the one you call the lymph. The lymph for short, but the lymphatic system in general. All right. So with the aid of these two systems, we're able to move materials from one part of our body to the other. That's why you can say that a cardiovascular system or a circulatory system is a system that helps to what? Move materials. Okay, what materials do they move? They move what? Nutrients. What they move is what? Nutrients. Okay, they move what? Oxygen. They move carbon dioxide, CO2, and then they also move what? Nitrogenous waste materials away from the body. All right, that is what? Nitrogenous waste materials. Nitrogenous waste materials away from the body. Away from the body. Okay, so that is what these are the materials that actually what move from one part of the body to the other. So now it's very important to the way we can explain circulatory system or the cardiovascular system for you. Okay, is actually number one. Just see it like a pump system in your house, like a water pump system. Okay, see the circulatory system like a water pump system. Water pump system. Okay, water pump system in your house. Okay, so now what does a water pump system has? A water pump system has what? Has a pump in your house. There's a place where the pump is, right? That they dig the ground and put it inside. Okay, there's the pump there. Then number two, what's more there is what? Is that there are pipes that connect the tank from the tank where the water goes to when you pump water. There are pipes that what? Connect what? That from that tank into your homes. Okay, and then there's what? Water inside what? Those pipes. Okay, when you are pumping water. All right, so see the circulatory system like a water pump system. Okay, there you see that the blood, okay, is what actually what transports, Okay, it's water in the circulatory system. See the water as the what? As the blood. Okay, see the water as the blood in a water pump system. Then the pump itself sits as the heart. So let me explain with that analogy. It means that what? That the heart pumps what? Blood. It pumps what? Blood. Okay, the heart what? Pumps blood, and then blood now what? Transports these nutrients to what? To various parts of what? Of the body. You get? So that is what happens. And as you can see, there's no, if you cut yourself now, you must see blood. You cut your head, you see blood. Cut your leg, you see blood. Anywhere you cut, you see what blood. All right. But let me use this analogy to completely explain the circulatory system. All right. So let's say you have seen it in water pump system. In water pump system, we have what? Water. Okay, which is what now? Your blood. Okay, in the circulatory system, we have pipes. These pipes now, they are your blood vessels. Your blood vessels. We're going to, that is the second part. Okay, this cardiovascular system is in two parts. Okay, we're going to look at what? The blood first. We're going to look at the blood first, then we're now going to look at what? The blood vessels. Like for this class now, we're looking at what? At the blood. We're not going to talk about the blood vessels that much. Okay, we have the water, which is the blood. We have the pipes, which is the blood vessel. Then we now have what? The heart. Okay, or the pump here for the water pump system, which is now what? The heart. Okay, so pump, what does pump do? It pumps what? Water through what? This what? Pipes. Okay, what does the heart do? It pumps what? Blood. Okay, through what? These blood vessels now what? Carry what? This what? Materials. Okay, or what? This blood to the various parts of what? Of the body. All right, so that is what? The analogy here. Okay, so now that we have seen this, the blood, let us talk about the blood because that's our mainstay for today. That's our main focus for today. Okay, what is the blood? Is the blood actually, is it a cell? Okay, is it a tissue? Okay, is the blood an organ? Okay, what is the blood itself that we have been talking about now? Okay, which is the mainstay for today. The blood is a fluid. It's a fluid. The blood is a fluid and it's a connective tissue. So you can say the blood is a fluid connective tissue. The blood is a fluid connective tissue. It's a fluid connective tissue. Okay, first of all, what is a connective tissue? A connective tissue is a tissue that binds or that binds various parts of the body together. Okay, it binds various or connects various parts of the body together. Okay, that is what a connective tissue. And the reason why we can call blood a connective tissue because of the nature of the blood. Okay, the reason why I can call blood a connective tissue is because of the nature of the blood. The blood is what? Is fluid in what? In nature. Okay, the blood is fluid in nature and has two major components. Okay, number one, the blood has two major components. Number one is what? Is the plasma. Okay, the blood has two major components. Number one is the plasma. This plasma, okay, is the what? Is the fluid part. Is the fluid what? Part of what? Of the blood. Okay, is the fluid component of what? Of the blood. All right, so the blood has two components. One, the plasma, which is what? The fluid part. Then number two, we now have what? The cellular part. Okay, this cellular part, okay, contains what? The three types of blood, okay, that I want to look at. Number one, which is what? The red blood cells, RBC. Okay, I'm also going to look at what? The white blood cells, WBC, and then I'm going to look at what? The platelets. Okay, we're going to look at what? The platelets. Okay, so that is what? The component of the blood. We have what? The fluid part, which is called the plasma. Then we have what? The cellular part, which contains the red blood cell, the white blood cell, and the platelets. PLA. Let me know if some of you say, you know, write it well. PLATE. Okay, platelets. Okay, so those are what? These are the components of what? Of the blood. Now, this plasma is a what? Is the fluid part, is the fluid component of the blood. Okay, and the plasma is what? Is yellowish in what? In color. Okay, it's a yellowish what? Component in which what? The cells of the blood are suspended in. Okay, the plasma is a yellowish what? Fluid in which the cells of the blood are suspended in. Okay, so the plasma is what? The yellowish part. Okay, yellowish part, yellowish what? Part in which what? The cells of the blood are suspended in. And the function of this plasma, of course, is to transport is what to transport what some amount of what of food or food substances, okay, in the blood, okay. So and they are responsible for the transfer or transport of what or some amount of what food substances in the body. Please take note of what of that. And they are responsible for what? For transporting carbon dioxide, this plasma, so for transporting carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste substances in dissolved form, and wastes or substances, okay, in dissolved form. Please take note of what of that. Okay, that is function of the plasma. They are responsible for transporting what some amount of food and also majorly responsible for transporting carbon dioxide and what and nitrogenous waste materials, usually in dissolved form. So that is what the fluid part, okay, which is the plasma. Then of course that now take us to the cellular part. We say there are two parts, okay, two major components, right? The fluid part, the plasma, the cellular part, which is what the cells which make up the blood. Okay, so in that cellular part, okay, remember we said the blood, okay, that's what the fluid part, okay, which is what the plasma. Then we now have what the cellular part. Okay, the cellular part, of course, because of the cells which make up the blood. Okay, and of course, the cells that make up the blood here include what? Number one, that was your red blood cell. Okay, let me write it in full. Red blood cell. Okay, red blood cells. Then number two, we have the white blood cells. Then number three, we have what? The platelets. Okay, these red blood cells that are called erythrocytes. Please take note of that. The red blood cells that are called erythrocytes. The white blood cells are called leukocytes. Okay, leukocytes. While the platelets are called thrombocytes. Okay, please take note of what of this. All right. So this is what the cellular part of what of the blood. Okay, contains the red blood cells, the erythrocytes, contains the white blood cells, the leukocytes, and contains the platelets, the thrombocytes. So I'm going to be taking a look at them one after the other. So let us look at, of course, number one, the red blood cell. Okay, and of course, when the name red, it means say in red. Oh, it means say in red. Okay, right? It means say in red. I used to wonder how some of you watch this kind of video. Okay, something this helpful without what liking it. Okay, you watch it without what sharing. You watch it without what even saying thank you, without commenting. That is wicked. All right. So please, as you are watching right now, please click on the share button, share it. Okay, just say join biology class, free biology class. I've heard that somebody is collecting 10,000 naira to sell our videos. Please, our videos are free. That's why I'll put our phone number here. Completely free. All right, do not pay money to anybody to send these videos to you. And if someone has already send the videos to you and you have paid, that's why it's your problem. Okay, enjoy. Okay, study them in good faith, but our videos are completely free. The only thing that you pay for is the application. All right, so please support us, share the videos, like, subscribe, okay, to our channels. And of course, ensure that you get the application and you are studying, all right? Make sure you get the application and tell other people about the application, all right? So that they can all come and study and we'll all win together and succeed together. Okay, so now let's talk about the red blood cell, the RBC, okay? And obviously, as you can see, it's red, okay, it's red. And the red blood cells, they impact the red color of on the blood. That's why the blood is red, because of the presence of the red blood cells. And why are they red? Because they have a pigment called hemoglobin. Okay, this hemoglobin is what impacts the red color. Okay, all right, on the blood. All right, and of course, apart from the fact that it impacts the red color on the blood, hemoglobin loves oxygen. Okay, it loves oxygen. It has affinity. Okay, the word is affinity. It loves oxygen. It loves. into go love. If it's your oxygen, go organ. Okay, it lost what oxygen. The hemoglobin is a pigment. It's a pigment. All right, that impacts the color on the blood, and it has affinity or love for oxygen. It loves oxygen very, very well. Okay, and that is why the major function of the red blood cells is to what? Is to transport oxygen. To transport oxygen. Okay, that is the major function of what? Of the RBC. The major function is to what? Is to transport what? Oxygen. Okay, and of course, it's very important to note that what? That the red blood cells, okay, they do not have a center membrane. They do not have a center membrane. Okay, what I mean is that they are not nucleated. They do not have what? Nucleus. Okay, the red blood cells do not have what? Nucleus. And do you know what? They have what? A disc shape. They have a disc shape. Take note. Okay, red blood cells have what? A disc shape. Okay, they do not have a center membrane or nucleus. Okay, and the reason why they have this disc shape, okay, or the function of this disc, or the importance of this disc shape is so that they can be able to transport whatever they are transporting efficiently. Okay, it's so that they will be able to transport whatever they are transporting efficiently. Okay, so let me go over it again. We say the red blood cells, they impact the red color on the blood. That's why if you cut yourself, you see one red thing coming out. Okay, and of course, aside that, we say that they have a pigment called the hemoglobin, which not only impacts the red color of the blood, but also have affinity or love for oxygen. Affinity or love for oxygen. All right, O2. Okay, and of course, aside from this, we say the primary function, okay, of the red blood cells is to transport oxygen. Is to transport what? Oxygen. Okay, they have a disc shape to enable them to transport materials more efficiently. They have a disc shape to be able to transport materials more efficiently, and they also have a center they do not have a center membrane or nucleus. They lack a nucleus. Okay, they do not have a nucleus. All right, so please take note of that. The major function is to transport oxygen. Okay, so now let us go to the next one, which is what now? The leukocytes. And of course, you know that the red blood cells are called the erythrocytes. Please take note too. Let me write it out well now. Erythrocytes. Okay, let me use small arrow before someone crucifies me in the comment section. Okay, erythrocytes. Okay, so that is the function. Okay, that's the other name. Okay, you can call red blood cells erythrocytes. Okay, and the function is to transport oxygen. So let us see the white blood cells. Okay, and obviously white blood cells mean that they do not have any color. Okay, they do not have color. They are colorless. Okay, they do not have color. Okay, white blood cells. Okay, they do not have any pigments. Okay, they do not have pigments. Okay, so that's the white blood cells. But the white blood cells, they have a nucleus. Please take note of that. White blood cells, they have a nucleus. Okay, and again, another important thing to know about the white blood cells is that they are amoeboid in shape. Amoeboid in shape. What does amoeboid in shape means? It means that they do not really have a fixed shape. And of course, you see the importance very, very soon. They really do not have a very, very fixed shape. Okay, and what is the function of the white blood cell? The function of the white blood cells is actually to fight pathogens. To fight pathogens. Okay, that is the major function of the white blood cells. Okay, to fight pathogens or fight off whatever will cause harm to the body. Okay, anything that will bring harm or problem to the body, they just fight it off. Okay, their major function to fight off diseases. Okay, to fight off diseases. Okay, that is the major functions of the white blood cells. Okay, they have a nucleus. They are amoeboid in shape. Okay, they do not really have a fixed shape. Okay, and of course they are called leukocytes. Leukocytes. Okay, they are called leukocytes. All right, please take note of that. All right, so they do not really have a fixed shape, and their major function is to fight pathogens or to fight off diseases. Please take note of that. Also, there are three main categories of white blood cells in the body. Three main categories of white blood cells. Three main categories of WBC. There are three main categories of white blood cells in the body. Number one is what? The granulocytes. Granulocytes. Okay. Then number two is lymphocytes. Okay. Then number three, we now have what? The monocytes. Okay. So these are the three main categories of the white blood cells. Okay. The granulocytes, number one. The lymphocytes, number two. Then number three, the monocytes. These are the three main categories of WBC, of white blood cells or of the leukocytes in the body. Okay. And of course, granulocytes, they have what? Small what? Granules. They have small granules. They have what? Small granules. Okay, sorry, small granules. And apart from having small granules, they are what? Majorly what? Divided into what? Three. Okay, and an example of what this granulocyte, number one, we have what? The basophils. Number one. Okay, let me take somewhere. Let me take here out. All right, these granulocytes, we say they have what? Small granules. They have small granules. They have small granules, and of course, they're divided into three. Number one, we have what? The basophils. Then number two. Okay, number two, we have what? The eosinophils. Then number three, we now have what? The neutrophils. Please take note of what of that. Okay, the basophils, the eosinophils, and what? And the neutrophils. Now the basophils contain less than 1% of the total white blood cells in the human body. Okay, so they're usually present within 0.5% to 1%. Okay, they contain what? Less than 1% of what? Of the total white blood cells in the body. Okay, and they only increase, okay, after what? An allergic condition. So we have what? An allergy or allergic condition. The numbers of what? Basophils, okay, tend to what? Increase. Okay, but generally they are what? Less than 1% of the total white blood cells in the body. Okay, the eosinophils, on the other hand, okay, they are responsible for what? For fighting what? Diseases. Okay, or fighting what? Diseases that parasite cause. They are responsible for fighting diseases caused by what? By parasites. Caused by what? By parasites. Okay, please take note of what of that. Okay, eosinophils rather, 1L. This is 1L, sorry. Okay, I must have been hand smiling. Okay, so the basophils, less than 1%. Okay, less than 1%, and they increase after what? An allergic condition. The eosinophils, they are there for fighting diseases that parasites cause. That parasites would cause. They are responsible for fighting diseases that parasites cause. Okay. Then the neutrophils, on the other hand, they are more, okay, in number than what? Than all of these other types. Okay, in the white blood cells. They are more in in number, and that function also is to fight off bacterial infection. Okay, that function is to fight off bacterial infections. Okay, to fight bacterial infections. Please take note of all this. Now that takes us now to lymphocytes. Okay, the lymphocytes, on the other hand, they are formed in the lymph nodes. They are formed in the lymph nodes. Okay, they are formed in the lymph nodes, and what is very common about them is that they have a round nucleus. A round nucleus. Okay, they are formed in the lymph nodes, and they have a very round nucleus. Okay, and what's very important about them is that they have they are categorized into three. Number one, we have what we call the B cells. Okay, we have the B cells. Okay, we have the T cells. We now have the natural killer cells. Okay, that's what the classification of the lymphocyte. They are formed in the lymph nodes. They are formed in the lymph nodes. And they have a round nucleus. Okay, and they are classified or grouped into three: the B cells, the T cells, and the natural killer cells. Please take note of what of that what also. So I'll talk about the granulocytes. They have small granules, okay, and of course they are divided into the basophils, the eosinophils, and the neutrophils. Basophils less than 1% in the body, okay, and then we'll talk about what the eosinophils. They have been fighting diseases that parasite cause. Then what the neutrophils, which are more in what in number, okay, they're more in number in what in the white blood cell, and say they have what in fighting bacteria infection. They act as scavengers. They go there looking for what? For bacterial infection and fungi, and then what they destroy what then. All right. So please take note of what of that. Then that is what to lymphocytes, which say that form the lymph nodes. Okay, and they have what a round what nucleus. They have what a round nucleus categorized into what B cells, T cells, and natural killer cells. And of course, the lymphocyte also helps to what to fight against what infection. Okay, to fight against what infection. All right. So please take note of what of all of those. That now takes us to what to the monocytes. Okay, the monocytes, they are formed in the bone marrow. These ones are formed in the bone marrow. Okay, you know that the lymphocytes, they have a round nucleus. This monocyte, they have a bean-shaped nucleus, a bean-shaped nucleus. Okay, monocytes, they have a bean-shaped nucleus. Okay, and of course, they represent up to like 2 to 8% of the total white blood cells in the body. Also, their function is to fight. Generally, white blood cells to fight off what pathogens, okay, and fight off what diseases, unwanted things from the body. So the function of the monocyte also is to fight what bacteria, okay, is to ingest bacteria and kill them. That is function of what of the monocyte. Okay, so we say the monocytes, they are formed in the bone marrow. They have what a bean-shaped nucleus containing about 2 to 8% of the total white blood cells in the body. Now, it's very important to know that these neutrophils, okay, these neutrophils are together with what? With these monocytes, okay? These neutrophils, together with these monocytes, they form what we call what phagocytes. They form what we call phagocytes, okay? And what do phagocytes do? They ingest bacteria and what? And they kill them, okay? They ingest bacteria, okay, and what? And kill them. So like phagocytes, what they mean that when we mean that they are phagocytic, it means that what? They in Nigeria, in local parlance, we call it wele. When you know that they don't wele somebody, okay? So these neutrophils and these monocytes, they will just go. They'll just surround what? Bacteria. They'll just surround, they just what? You know, when it means they don't will a person don't feel wrong, go here or here or there or there. Okay? They'll just surround the word bacteria, they will ingest the bacteria and kill it. Okay? That's what they do. The neutrophils and what? And the monocytes. Please take note of what of that. Very, very, very important. So we have seen what the white blood cells, and then that will now take us to the last part, which is what the platelets. Okay, the last what cell, okay, in the blood, which is what the platelets. Okay, please, if you do not understand any part of this, take the video back. I'm sure it is very, very self-explanatory. Okay, so now that takes us to what? To the platelet. Please, if you have not liked this video, like I said, click on the like button. Oh, all right, click on the like button. Support us. Click on the like button. Share our videos. Click on the share button. Okay, tell people about the O3 Schools app and tell people about what we are doing. Now, that will now take us to the platelets. Okay, the platelets. So now, what is the function of the platelets? Okay, the platelets, first of all, you know that they are called what? They are called thrombocytes. Please take note of that. Okay, platelets are called what? Thrombocytes. They are called thrombocytes. And what's their function? Their function is what? Is they help in the clotting of blood. Okay, they help in the clotting of blood. See this. See clotting of blood as sealing, okay, to seal what? A wound. Let's say, for example, your enemy has what? Blood, okay, has a wound, okay, has a wound, all right, either internal or external, all right. What happens is what? These platelets, they help to what? To prevent the blood from oozing out. You have seen some people now, they'll get injured, the blood will just keep repeatedly coming, the wound will refuse to close, okay, and in that case, as that continues to happen, you see that person experience what we call what? Blood loss. Okay, they experience what? Blood loss, which is what? Very, very, very bad. All right. So imagine someone that has lost blood. Okay, you see that what? Oxygen In fact, it will lead to what? Several problems for the person. Okay, because blood will not be able to efficiently transport what? Oxygen. Okay, and then what? The person may even die. All right, if the person is not giving what? Blood immediately. All right, so blood loss, okay, is what your enemies will experience if they say they will not allow you to pass JAMB in the name of Jesus. Any demon, any witch or wizard that say you will not pass your JAMB at once, okay, especially after following O3 schools and sharing their videos, okay, their enemy will experience blood loss in the name of Jesus. I pray for you. Okay, this is Master T. Okay, Pastor Master T, praying for you. All right, please type amen in the comment section. So, blood loss. Okay, so the function of what? Or the platelets to what? Is to clot what blood. Is to clot what the blood, to seal what that wound. Okay, so that what that person does not experience what this blood loss. We say they also call what thrombocytes. But how do they what do this? Okay, platelets release an enzyme called thrombokinase. They release an enzyme called thrombokinase. Okay, this thrombokinase converts what? Prothrombin, okay, it converts prothrombin to what? To thrombin. Okay, to thrombin. Please take note of that. To say, well, first of all, platelets release an enzyme called thrombokinase. Okay, this thrombokinase converts what? Prothrombin to what? To thrombin. This thrombin is what we call inactive blood protein. Okay, that is what? The thrombin. All right, so please take note of that. Okay, so the first stage, the platelets release an enzyme called thrombokinase. Okay, and then this thrombokinase converts from prothrombin to what? To thrombin, which is what? Inactive what? Blood protein. Then what happens next? You see that what? This what? Thrombin now converts what? Soluble fibrinogen. It converts soluble fibrinogen to fibrin. Converts what? Soluble fibrinogen. This fibrinogen is found in the plasma of what? Of the blood. Okay, it now converts what? This thrombin now converts soluble fibrinogen. Okay, which is found in the plasma to what? To fibrin. Okay, which now helps to what? To form what? A mesh. Okay, to form what? A mesh, to trap the red blood cells so that what? Clot can be what? Can be formed. All right, so this now forms what? A mesh, which helps to trap the what now? The red blood cells, RBCs. Okay, which now what? Form what? A mesh that what? Traps the red blood cells, thereby forming what? A clot. Okay, forming what? A clot. Okay, that's why I want to say the function of the platelet is in the what? In the clotting of what? Of blood. All right, so that's the function of what? Of the platelets. Okay, so please, that is where we're going to stop, because we're not looking at what? The blood today. We'll look at what? The fluid part, which is the plasma. That we say is what? The yellowish what? Fluid, the yellowish fluid that what? Help to transport what? Transport some amount of food, as well as what? Responsible for transporting carbon dioxide and nitrogenous waste substances. And nitrogenous waste what? Materials or substances away from the body. Okay, function of what? Plasma. Then we talk about what this is what? The fluid part. We'll talk about what? The cellular part will contain what? The cells. Okay, the cells in which the blood are made of. That is the red blood cells. They are called the erythrocyte. The white blood cells called the leukocyte, and the platelet called the thrombocyte. Okay, so we are glad you're able to stay to the end of the class. Now it's question time. Let us see the questions from the past question, and then we are done. I'm going to give you an assignment. Okay, let us just answer a few questions. I'll give you an assignment to go and search from the app and answer them. 2001 number 16 said the transportation of oxygen and carbon dioxide in mammals is carried out by, I've told you that when it comes to transport of oxygen, only red blood cells that do that too. Okay, red blood cells transport oxygen, white blood cells help to fight pathogens or fight off diseases, platelets help to clot wound. All right, so please take note of that. That's why the correct answer there will be what? Will be erythrocyte, option C. A says phagocyte, B says leukocyte, C says erythrocyte, D says thrombocytes. 2001 number 16, we use the question start feature on the O3 School JAMB app. Now 1998 number 18 says, in adult mammalian blood, the cells which lack nuclei the cells which lack nuclei. Okay, we have said it. We said that what that, of course, obviously, very obviously, that what that the red blood cells do not have nucleus. The white blood cells, they have what? Nucleus. Okay, so please take that nucleated. Okay, they are nucleated. All right. So in the adult mammalian blood, the cells which lack nucleus are also what? The erythrocytes. Okay, later you say JAMB do not repeat past question. That's a repeat because they are talking about what? The red blood cells again. Okay, now another past question. So if you know everything about the red blood cells, there's no way JAMB will catch you. One more question, I'll give you assignments. The others will just be assignment. Which of the following is true of leukocytes? Okay, leukocytes, they are the white blood cells, abi? Okay, and we know that what? They have a nucleus. We know they have a nucleus. Okay, well, we know very well that they have a nucleus and they are amoeboid in shape. Pardon. They are amoeboid in what? In shape, and they have what? A nucleus. Okay, so now they say A, they are respiratory pigments, 2011 number 12. B say they are most numerous and ramify all cells. C say they are large and nucleated. D say they are involved in blood clotting. They are not involved in blood clotting. They are not respiratory pigments. They are they do not they say they are most numerous and ramify all cells. No, they are not most numerous and ramify all cells. They are large and nucleated. Yes, they are large and what? And nucleated. That is the correct answer. They have a nucleus and they are what? They are what? They are large. Okay? They are large. Larger than what? Than the red blood cells in the body. Okay, so please take note of that. So correct answer is there is option C. Okay, let us see assignment. Please take this as assignment 2013. I'm tired. 2013 number 27. Take it as assignment. You'll go and search for biology. 2013 number 27. Search for 2023 number 22. Search for 1995 number 15. Okay, I think those ones are what are enough. All right, so my name is Master T. I'm the commander of this Otis Schools Army. In the next class, we'll talk about the blood vessels. I would love to see you there. Please stick with us and keep sharing our videos.